We need to talk about the death of Halyna Hutchins. Alec Baldwin has been under a lot of heat recently, and this comes after he shot a staff member on set. And now we are learning a lot more about the people responsible for this incident. There are so many rumors and lies, so let's get into it. So as you guys know, Alec Baldwin has gotten himself into a messy situation after accidentally shooting someone on set. And a lot of people cannot comprehend, how do you accidentally shoot someone on set? How do we get to the point where someone has died because a prop gun has gone off? Alec Baldwin is an American actor, writer, comedian, film producer, and political activist, according to Wikipedia. He has been in Hollywood for a very long time. Halyna Hutchins was a Ukrainian cinematographer and journalist. She has been credited with work on more than 30 films, short films, and TV shows. She also has been working in Hollywood for quite some time, so they do have that in common. The final person I want to introduce you guys to is Halyna Reed, and we actually didn't talk about Hannah in my first video because we didn't know who she was. Well, Hannah was on the film set for Rust because she's the head armor. She's 24 years old, and she's the woman who's in charge of all of the guns. Pretty much the armorer is in charge of handling the weapons and giving them to the actors and providing them instructions on how to use the, prop weapon accordingly. So armorers work closely with the props department and the actors themselves. So it looks like Hannah might be the person who everyone's looking for because we don't really know who to blame in this situation, but it looks like the head armor, the person who handed Alec Baldwin the weapon, would be the person responsible. Even though she has put out a statement and she's really sorry about the situation, she's not taking accountability and she doesn't want to be responsible. So it looks like Hannah and her legal team are working out some type of a strategy. Her family was actually quoted saying that she's heartbroken, Hannah's heartbroken, and she's concerned she'll never work again in the industry, which I understand why you're concerned, Hannah. When someone lost their life and they have a young child, a young son who is now living without a mother. So I feel like you not working in the industry again might be for everyone's best interests. And actually, she even went onto a podcast and said that she wasn't prepared or wasn't ready for the job as head armor. So she's been taking these jobs in Hollywood, working with these weapons, and she herself even said that she doesn't feel ready. I want to remind you guys how tragic this situation is because Halyna was recently buried and her 9-year-old son Andros didn't speak for 2 days after his mother's death. He is incredibly close to his mother, and Halyna's father told the son that this tragedy has wrecked a beautiful, perfect family. Everyone who knows them is destroyed by sorrow. So it's an incredibly sad situation. So Hannah, I'm so sorry that you might not be able to work in the industry again, but that just it irks me. But guess what, guys? Because something so convenient happened to Hannah, because she's now putting out this theory that maybe it's someone else's fault. So Hannah, along with her lawyers, went to TMZ and they're telling the media that they think it's someone else's fault. I want to remind you guys that several employees did walk off of set because of working conditions, and this was before Halyna passed away. So this film set has obviously had some issues. And now, conveniently, again, Hannah is theorizing that maybe a disgruntled cast member intentionally put one or more live rounds of ammo in the box of dummy rounds. So someone believes that a disgruntled cast member would have put, I guess, some real ammo in the fake ammo to throw off everyone else. But isn't it Hannah's job to check the device like every time that she hands it to an actor or actress? I don't know. So like I said, Hannah, along with her lawyers, are speaking to the media, telling them that someone tried to sabotage them. And actually, they're starting to name people who they think it could be. They also revealed that this opportunity where someone could have switched out the ammo would have been between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. p.m., I'm guessing on that date that it happened. So they have a window of time, and I'm curious to know who they think could have done this because, as I said, a few people walked off of set like a few days before Halyna. So if this like sabotage thing happened that day, then they should be able to narrow down who did it. But I still question why there was real ammo there on set, unless they suspect that someone went to the store, bought ammo, and then came back and then switched out the ammo. I just don't know why you would have live ammo on set. And if someone did go to a store and bought some, then you could easily track that. But as for Hannah, she claims that she's not responsible because she wasn't even in the church when the incident went down. But they do admit that Hannah did supposedly inspect the gun. She filled it with 6 bullets, and then she passed it off to David Halls. He's the one who passed it off to Alec Baldwin. So now is David Halls responsible for this? Could you imagine if that David Halls guy like took the gun and like replaced a bullet or something? Like that would be like a movie in itself, because I don't even understand why someone would do that, but this is getting sketchy. Something I don't quite understand is that Hannah and her lawyers are saying that, you know, this incident could have gone down between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. and that's what's happening here. But she's also at the same time insisting that she could have never like allowed this to happen in the first place because she's always in control of the gun. So there's no opportunity for someone to come and switch out the ammo, which doesn't really go like along with their theory that someone tried to sabotage them. Supposedly Hannah and the head prop master gather the guns every day and they are in control of them. So then it kind of like, I don't know, debunks their theory that someone could have sabotaged them, unless that David Halls guy did it like literally while he was walking to set with the gun. And of course, Hannah is really trying to get out of this one. She's also claiming that she had 2 jobs on the set of Rust. So she was the head armor and she was something else, which made it difficult for her to fulfill all of her duties. So again, she's providing excuse after excuse. And I do believe that there was something up with this set, and I don't think it was in Hannah's control. I think that they were stingy with their money. They probably didn't follow all of the safety protocols. I mean, they hired a 24-year-old who wasn't really experienced to be their head armor and another role. So there are a bunch of red flags here. So Hannah's lawyers are also claiming that there were lack of safety measures in meetings and so much more. So again, I can't imagine throwing on a production and not even having safety meetings with all of these weapons, but there's going to be justice here because it looks like Halyna's husband, her widowed husband, wants justice. I'm really glad that he's going to pursue legal action, and it looks like he's hired attorneys who specialize in wrongful deaths. Supposedly, he hired a law firm that specializes in these incidents, and of course, Halyna's death was tragic, so it fits right in. And it looks like their lawsuit that they're going to file is going to be on behalf of her husband, her ex-husband, or her widowed husband. I don't know what, I guess still husband. I don't know why I'm saying ex-husband, because it's not like they divorced, but anyways, her husband and her child. So I feel so bad for this family because I can't imagine what they have gone through. Supposedly, the police are still investigating the death, and there haven't been any criminal charges filed yet, but it looks like all options are still on the table. So he wants to make sure that he, again, gets justice for the situation, and he should, because now his son is going to have to live without his mother. But most Hollywood sets and film sets and all of that have like insurance deals and plans like that, so it looks like her family will get paid out either way. TMZ actually reported that the production's insurance policy limits payouts for death or injury on set up to $6 million. So that's kind of bogus because I guess he could only, like, her husband can only go out and get $6 million. And keep in mind that Joel could also file a claim. So would that be $6 million each or just in total? I'm not entirely sure, but it looks like they're going to do their best to avoid taking care of Halyna's family because that's how Hollywood works. They don't want to just give out free money, even though it's not free money because she literally lost her life. But I'm sure these sickos look at it like that. Okay, so I want to switch gears because we need to talk about a little conspiracy theory. And it is a conspiracy theory. It's not like actual truth over here. But I got a bunch of emails and I saw a bunch of headlines that Halyna was actually going to expose a bunch of predators in Hollywood and that she was working on a documentary and maybe Alec took out Halyna because he was trying to stop her. Like I said, this isn't factual, and if you look it up yourself, you'll see a bunch of articles claiming that it's not factual. So there were a bunch of doctored news articles that went viral because Halyna was supposedly working on a documentary about, creeps in Hollywood and all those gross things that we talk about on my channel. And I actually saw something that said that like Alec Baldwin was on like Jeffrey Epstein's like flight log, and that's why Alec took her out, because he would have been exposed in this. But again, this is all false, and I wanted to make sure I had the false thing in the middle because this isn't true. Someone just created this supposedly and it went viral, which I don't understand how that works. I'm still trying to understand how like the internet just goes viral with like fake news. There was also a fake tweet created from Halyna's Twitter account that said, "I have information that will lead to Hillary Clinton's arrest." So what in the QAnon is going on here? Honestly, I want to be upfront that I thought it was true. When I first saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, like was she going to expose? Like I was so ready to talk about this, but it was all proved false very quickly after. And then again, here is another viral snippet from an article that wasn't ever created, and it alleges that, Alec Baldwin was looking straight at her and just, took her out, and that it was pretty planned. So it's crazy to me, again, how these just go viral. But I mean, I guess that's like what is fake news when we hear about fake news. There's still something very off about this situation, and honestly, Alec Baldwin isn't making it any better. You would think that maybe he would try to, I don't know, save his reputation or something, but it's really not looking good. So Alec Baldwin has been seen parading around Vermont, doing random interviews on the side of the road, and honestly just living his best life. Let's watch this interview from the Daily Mail, and you're gonna hear Alec describe Halyna as a close friend, someone he was friendly with, which I think it's interesting that he's trying to push this whole friendship with her, probably trying to make himself seem less guilty.
I've been ordered by the Sheriff's Department in Santa Fe. I can't answer any questions about the investigation. I can't. It's an active investigation in terms of a woman died. She was my friend. She was my friend. The day I arrived in Santa Fe to start shooting, I took her to dinner with Joel, the director.
Maybe they were friends. I mean, honestly, I can't debunk that, but I'm sure they were probably colleagues before they were friends, and it would make sense if you like got onto set and you took them out to dinner on the first night. I mean, I don't know, it seems pretty typical to me, but his wife, I'm sorry, I'm joking with you guys. Hilaria, I can't even say her name right now because she has a lot of issues. Like, I believe she's been appropriating like Spanish culture or acting like she is Spanish or Hispanic for years now. Actually, I really want to dive into that. So if you guys want me to talk about it, leave a comment below. But she interrupted Alec's interview, and you guys are going to see that he gets pretty frustrated with her.
We were a very, very, well-oiled crew.
Halyna,
yes,
her name is Halyna. If you're spending this much time waiting for us, you should know her name. Her name is Halyna.
Halyna Hutchins. I met with her husband Matthew and her son. Yeah, that's right.
And how did that meeting go?
I wouldn't know how to characterize it. They're mortified.
You guys, you know what? No details.
But do me a favor. I'm gonna answer the question.
Well, I appreciate it.
The guy is overwhelmed with grief. This is something that there are incidental accidents on film sets from time to time, but nothing like this. This is a 1 in a trillion.
The way that he snapped at his wife. I mean, oh my gosh, I would have too, because the way that she came up at first, I thought she was a fan. But anyways, he's calling this accident like a 1 in a trillion chance. And honestly, maybe it is, but I don't think that these interviews are helping his case. So let's go ahead and finish off this interview. And honestly, I feel like he's only doing this because he just wants the paparazzi to leave him alone. I mean, you guys are going to hear it for yourself. So obviously he just thinks that if he stops for, a couple minutes, that they're going to stop following him.
Favor, you don't mind? My kids are in the car crying.
Because you guys are following them.
And all I want to do, as a courtesy to you, I came to talk to you. I'm not allowed to comment on the investigation. I talk to the cops every day. I talk to them every day to find out.
They know where you are.
Well, yeah, I'm cooperating with them, of course. So my point is that I'm just asking. We sat down as a courtesy now to talk to you. Now, please, would you just not follow us for the rest of it? Just leave us alone.
Just go home.
We gave you everything we could possibly give you, okay?
I'm sorry, maybe I'm a little bit cold, but I just have so much more sympathy for Halyna. So when I see him complaining about being followed and stuff, it's like, bro, you are like a celebrity. You're used to this at this point. Maybe it's a little bit more than normal, but I feel like, I don't know, just try to think about how her son is feeling right now, or her husband. And literally his wife, Hillary, whatever, Baldwin, actually posted on Halloween night, parenting through this has been an intense experience, to say the least. Really? Oh, it's been an intense experience. Imagine, like, Halyna losing her life over this. I just feel like these people aren't being gracious with the way that they are, I don't know, speaking about their own struggles through this. Like, you can struggle. I'm sure it's like, if this was a complete accident, I'm sure Alec Baldwin is devastated. And he's allowed to struggle over this. No one says that he can't. I mean, he's allowed to feel sad and all of that. But keep in mind that Halyna is really the victim here. And I don't like them trying to play victim over her death, which was honestly caused by Alec Baldwin pulling that trigger. At the end of the day, he pulled that trigger, even if he was told that it was a clear gun or whatever. I mean, at this point, I'm trying to put together the story, because Hannah should have been the one telling him, you know, the gun is safe to use, but then David is the one that passed it off. So I don't know. This set was obviously a total shit show, and that's why this person lost her life.
Hey guys, so I'm editing right now and I don't really want you guys to see my messy room because it is totally a mess, but I have to show you Alec Baldwin's Instagram right now. It's kind of flipped, so I'll flip it over, but he's posted so much stuff on here right now. So it looks like he took like a Facebook message or like a comment from Facebook, and it's like from someone who worked on the set, and he posted their entire like comment, literally their entire comment. I don't understand what this is supposed to prove. Obviously it's like going against a bunch of the rumors here, but it seems a little bit like unhinged for, I don't know, Alec to be posting all this. Sorry to interrupt the video. I just had to show you guys what I found. And I actually saw a bunch of comments. People are like, your lawyers are not gonna like this. So I don't know if this was the smartest thing for him to do.
But I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. I mean, I don't think Alec Baldwin's going to end up in jail or anything, but I do think there needs to be some type of criminal investigation, and maybe the person who even put on this film is charged a really big fee for, you know, cutting costs in the beginning and avoiding proper safety measures. But anyways, I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Here is a P.O. Box package item we're going to open today. This one is from Medeuca? It looks like Medusa, but with a C. Let's go ahead and see what they sent me, and no pressure to send me a P.O. Box package item, just whenever you want, if you'd like to, or whatever. Again, no pressure at all. I love shouting out small businesses, so let's go ahead and see what's going on here. I don't see a, oh my gosh, what is this? I don't see a note though. Is there a note? Where's the note? Is there a note? There's no note. Okay, unless there's a note inside this thing. Let's go ahead and see. Oh my gosh, I really love this. I'm gonna have to like list this company. But oh, there's a note. Okay, let's go ahead and check this out. Hi, Sloan. I will try to keep this letter brief as I have terrible handwriting. Me too. I just want to say thank you for always keeping us up to date with everything from celebrity issues to crime stories. I hope you realize the impact you have on this community, YouTube. Oh, thank you. Keep that tea hot, Sloan. We love to see it. I sent you a gift. I have a small resin business, and I wanted you to have this hanging named Peace. Oh, thank you so much, Medeuca. And this looks so cool. I'm so excited. So there's this little piece right here, which is so pretty. It's got like, it's like perfect little window moment and like light shining through it. I actually have something kind of like this, not like this at all because this is so glittery, but like something similar. And the way the light right like shines through it is so pretty. So this is going to be so nice on a window. Like, oh my gosh. So cool. I'm so excited. Thank you. And then we've got a really cool sticker here, which I'm guessing maybe this is their like company logo. I did say it looked like Medusa, so maybe it's kind of like Medusa related. And then this right here is so iconic. Oh my gosh, guys. Do you see this? It says Sloan on it. It has like an S, an L, an O, an A, and N. It's a little hanging thing. I love this. And it's got like a little like resin like crystal at the bottom. This is so intricate. Like, you are so talented. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for sharing these. They're so special. I'm going to keep them forever, and I can't wait to decorate with them. Thank you so much. Go and check out their shop below, and I'll see you guys in a new video soon. Bye guys.